You're watching the Times Record News Football Show.
Welcome back to the Dallas Cowboys Breakdown on TimesRecordNews.com. Andy Newberry here with Jonathan Hull. It's the rematch for the NFC East lead. We're right back where we started a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, take it over again. The Eagles had their chance. They did. They jumped up. They had the division lead, and then they laid an egg against Seattle.
So really didn't move the ball at all.
No,
and probably I thought the score was closer than the game was contested.
Yeah, but Seattle couldn't ever really just put them away, but never felt like the Eagles had a chance against Seattle, not like Dallas did earlier. But that's a different Seattle team they're playing right now. That might be the best team in the NFL right now. Them or Green Bay kind of feels like. But no, here's a chance. The Cowboys, you can't ask for a better situation. You lost to your rival 10 days ago or whatever. Or I guess it's a week and a half ago now. But
I think this all goes up front. I really do. Yeah. And I was at that game, and nothing went well for Dallas. There was hardly anybody I could find that stood out. But the offensive line got beat for one of the few times all year. They just got beat. And then McCoy was able to run the ball and make the corner quite easily. Yeah. And I mean, Dallas has to win those two places. I think the other part of that was Romo doesn't practice Wednesday all year, and that short week hurt him probably more than any. He
wasn't
player.
Himself. That was
now they've
clear.
Got him with 10 days.
Yeah, he wasn't himself in that game.
So I don't think they get a bad Romo this week.
Yeah, that's kind of the key, and I think that's the train of thought everybody's having is Tony Romo. It's not going to be the Tony Romo that the Eagles saw the first time around because he's got practices, he's got rest. There's not going to be questions about the back. We can drop those, I think, for a week, unless he plays bad, and then everything goes back to the back.
But his back will hold up better if they'll block better.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't block very well.
It's kind of how that works out.
And it's not like the Eagle defensive line has just mashed everybody. But they do feast off turnovers and mistakes. And they've been able to do that a lot of the year.
They're opportunistic, to say the least, both on defense and on special teams. And you make that mistake, you don't want that offense on the field too many times. I mean, the more Chip Kelly's offense is on the field, quite obviously, the more points they put up. But that offense is capable of just putting up so many points and putting you away.
Yeah, and they don't even need to win possession. If they can just get to 24, 25 minutes, a lot of times they feel good, if they can hit some big plays.
That's all they need to score more than 30 points.
So I kind of think Dallas has a real good shot here. And it's hard to pinpoint it why from 2 weeks ago, obviously. There's nothing to say that. But I think that line got challenged and then went and answered the bell in Chicago last week.
Yeah, and then it bounced back the way you want a team that is contending for the playoffs to bounce back. This is a must-win. I mean, they win this game, all of a sudden their playoff fortunes look a lot better. They lose this game, and their playoff fortunes could take a real big hit. Yeah. They could still end up 10-6 to finish the season. 10-6 might not be good enough. It might not be enough.
If it's a three-way tie, it's not going to help them. All their losses are in the NFC.
Yeah.
So I mean, the solo tie with Seattle, but it doesn't look like Seattle's going to lose anymore.
No.
And so I see it as they can still get in by winning their last two probably if they lose this one, but it's a huge game. You're the 3 seed probably if you win this game.
Yeah, 11-5 doesn't necessarily get them in either. So this is a big game for the Cowboys.
Big game for the guy you wrote about a little bit with Cole Beasley. Yeah. They've got to have some secondary guys other than Dez make some plays in the passing game and help Romo out. And I think if the line plays well, it'll be a close game where 1 or 2 of those plays can make a difference.
Yep.
Well, when we come back next week, we'll see if they're just fighting for a wild card or how high they can go up the NFC ladder.